Have you ever tried removing a label or sticker and ended up with a bunch of ripped up paper and messy glue all over your hands? The process of relabeling, buying new items, or scratching off residue can be really frustrating. So today, we're trying out all of the most popular methods and showing you which one works best. Let's take a look at what you're working with. Which technique works for you depends on a few things. If you have an extra durable material or permanent adhesive, you might need a more intense technique to get it loose. This happens a lot with industrial and commercial labeling. Also, consider the surface in which you're applying. Adhesives bond a lot tighter with some materials than others, so be careful not to damage your items during the removal process. Keeping this in mind with other factors like the size, shape, and quality of your labels is important to do first thing. We'll talk about how your surface material affects this process after we try a few of these methods out. These are some of the most popular methods for removing labels that we could find online. So let's jump in and take a look at which ones work and disprove some of the ones that don't. First up is a hair dryer. You can use a heat gun if you have one too. Waving the dryer over the label in 1-minute intervals is a good way to loosen up the adhesive. This makes it a lot easier for you to just peel the label off. Be careful with using the heat gun on certain items, like wax. If there's still leftover residue, you can use a wet sponge to scrub it away. Another popular option is a razor. Definitely be careful here if you're using any blades, like a box cutter or X-Acto knife. This method takes a bit more time and you have to be patient to avoid damaging your item or injuring yourself. We definitely do not recommend this method for everyone. Next, we're going to try nail polish remover or rubbing alcohol. Apply a generous amount to a cotton ball, cloth, or paper towel. Press it against your label until it's soaked in. This should weaken the adhesive and material and let you take off the label easily. Well, the internet told us peanut butter and mayonnaise might also work, so we tried this one out so you don't have to. Even if this loosens the adhesive or separates the label, it's probably not the most effective way to go about it unless you want mayo hands. Another solution is dish soap. Let your container or object soak in soapy water for 10 minutes or so. Once it's had time to sit, take it out and dry it off. Your label should come off right away. You can try the same technique with vinegar too. The first step is to warm white vinegar in the microwave or on the stovetop. You can submerge your item in it or drape it over your sticker with a cloth. After soaking for 15 to 30 minutes, it should just take one peel to do the trick. If you can deal with the smell, this one's a winner. Some say a standard pencil eraser will do the trick too. We did some scrubbing on our label for a while, but this definitely isn't doing a ton of work. This might be a better technique to use with removing leftover residue or paper afterwards. There are also many brands of label removal spray and chemicals you can use. You can find products like Goo Gone pretty much anywhere. After spraying a liberal amount on your item and leaving it to soak for 15 to 30 minutes under a paper towel, your label should come off very cleanly. This is one of the most reliable methods in our opinion. Now that we sifted through all of those, we hope you found a method that works for you. The material your label is stuck to makes a big difference in which removal method will work best for you. Let's look through some of the most common surfaces and see which methods work best. For glass containers like bottles, frames, or jars, your best course will be to soak your label in water. Water does the job if you're working with metal and tin containers too. Just use a wet cloth for stickers on textured or shiny surfaces like this. For plastic items, a lot of manufacturers will use labels with a very strong adhesive since it's a particularly hard surface for labels to bond to. Water probably won't get you all the way there, but going with something stronger like nail polish remover, label remover, or vinegar should do the trick. If you're gonna find yourself removing or replacing labels often, you might just want to consider using removable labels. Our removable labels still stick great, but give you the flexibility to remove them in the future without dealing with residue. They work well for temporary projects or if you need to replace labels often. Check out the link in the description to see if these are right for you. Now, let's check out some of your creations. This week, we're looking at this label created for a line of all-natural pumpkin spice candles. Using a laser printer and a self-lamination technique, this customer created this striking gold foil print that really makes the font stand out. Matching the color palettes of your labels and products like this helps to unify your branding and make your items look especially high quality. Remember, you can always submit your creations through the link in the description for $10 off your next order and a chance to be featured. We hope you found this video useful in helping you remove labels safely and efficiently. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more label tutorials.